They're like, it is go time for Monster Monday. Sit back and get ready to enjoy a live show. Comment any questions, see what's up in our world of epic, and hear what we have in store. Welcome to Monster Monday. Yay. I love the screaming kids at the end of that. And now we'll wait for somebody to actually join us on our show because maybe they forgot that we have something going on a Monday this week or something, you know.
There's nobody on.
It's been a crazy time. It'd be fun just be you and I tonight. We can just talk, just hang out. Yeah, just chit chat. So see what's up. Oh, there we have two people. So welcome to our crowd, our big crowd. I see Rocky's on there. So
hi, Rocky.
Welcome to Monster Monday. It is
the 28th.
The 28th. The 28th of July. See, my camera's all jacked. The 28th of July. It is 7:00 Central Time. We got a lot to talk about tonight. It's going to be a crazy busy time. We had a whirlwind of a week, that's for sure. So I had a pretty chill weekend. I got a ton of stuff done around the house. I've been trying to get my garage squared away. I worked on that all day Saturday and part of Sunday. So that was super nice. I was happy to get that done. So how was your weekend?
I had a good weekend. Getting ready for Sturgis. Nothing, pretty low key. Went for a motorcycle ride. That was about it.
Yeah, I'm getting ready for Sturgis as well. I'll talk about that here in a minute. So actually, I'll talk about it right now. I got Gavin waiting to come on too because he's all smiles because he had his wheel. So maybe we could do his wheel first. So Gavin doesn't have to hang out forever. Hey, Gavin, you ready to come on?
Yeah, I
got a thumbs up.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Good.
You doing good? You look good.
Good.
I haven't seen you in 5 days now? Maybe not even 5. I guess I saw you for breakfast on Friday morning, so that was kind of fun.
Yep.
Yeah. So did you sew all the spots on your wheel for your knife?
I sold 21. I sold 21.
21 spots. That's pretty awesome. That's really good. I'm super happy. I know 2 of them were for Riot, so I hope it lands on that because that's a really nice hunting knife, and that's a steal to get for $40. So that's at least a $400 knife. So that'll be super, super awesome. So thanks everybody for getting in on that. And you got anything you want to add to that, Gavin?
Nope.
No, nothing at all.
I had aquatics today at therapy.
You had aquatics? How was that?
Good.
Did you fart in the water and make bubbles again?
No.
No? That happens every now and then, though, right?
No.
Yeah. Hey, do you have that knife in front of you?
Nope.
No?
Say it's going to be shipped from Canada.
Oh, it's shipped directly. So you're not holding that. Henry sent you pictures.
Yep.
Oh, awesome. I thought maybe you did that, so that was pretty good. So, all right, Gavin, you want to spin it and announce that Riot's the winner?
Maybe.
I hope so. Come on. Oh, are we spinning right now?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Riot.
I don't think it says Riot.
Who is it?
Terry
Smith.
Oh,
Congratulations.
He lives right by you, so he's gonna love that. Terry is a Hoka rider, and he lives what's that town? Right, we went to his bar, Seguin. Yeah, that's right. Do you remember Terry's bar right on Main Street?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty fun. Well, congratulations, Terry. I'm super happy that you won it. If Riot's not going to win it, I'm glad you did. So, and he's on too. I just see. So Terry, congratulations. That's pretty awesome. So Henry's gonna ship that knife right to you. So Gavin, as long as you're on here, you want to tell us about your wild time in Texas, what you got to go do?
Where'd you go?
Or do you want me to talk about it so you don't get?
You can talk about it.
Get put right on the hot seat. So Gavin and I'll just tell everybody, as long as you're on here, Gavin, you can help with this, so that'll be perfect. Last Monday night we had our show, and they had the taco feast on over the weekend, and we were talking about that. But we had some people reach out to us that wanted to help us with the van. I touched on that a little bit. So one of the Foundation 1687 stepped up and made a bunch of payments minus what they made at the Taco Fest, and somebody else matched what they made at the Taco Fest. So, but I didn't clear that if I can use the name or not. So I'll do that next week after I clear that. I didn't think about that, but the 1687 Foundation paid off the rest of the van. So that's pretty awesome. And now we're just rolling it to the next thing, because there's going to be another boy that needs a van. So anything that we're fundraising for now that was for Gavin's van is just going to roll on to the next one. So that's pretty epic. And so Gavin, at the spur of the moment, got to run over and say thank you to some people face to face. And so I flew to Texas for a couple days, really for a day. Flew down there Thursday morning, and I was home Friday afternoon. So it was a very, very quick trip, and it was a lot of fun, very emotional, fun, exciting. It really had it all wrapped up into one. So I thank everybody involved with that. It was super, super cool. And it was super nice. Got some paperwork to do and some little things like that. But Gavin's van, he'll be rolling around with no payments on it. So that's pretty cool, right, Gav?
Yes.
Yeah. And it was a pretty fun time there, right? That just for a short time.
Yep.
And you want to tell them about our race?
Yep. I beat him 10 times.
Yeah. And what'd you beat me in? What were we racing?
Wheelchairs.
Yeah, we were on a power
Wheelchairs.
and mine was fast too, and it had modes on it, and I could set it to I call it sport mode, like outdoor fast. And I had it cranked up, and I thought I had him, but Gavin's chair's got turbo on it. He's like turbocharged, just like Turbo's chair. And he beat me. We went from the door to all the way across the place, and it was pretty intense. But I only beat him one time on the way back, and I might have made contact with him briefly. I don't know what happened that time, but what happened that time, Gavin, that you lost?
I was feeling a little unlucky.
You're feeling a little unlucky, and then your hand slipped off the controller.
Yep.
Because Gavin was like that, and then Gavin is like running like this, and then a tattooed hand may or may not have reached over and pulled it off the controller and stopped his chair enough that I could get past them and continue on the finish line as a champion. That was the race too, to decide the overall champion too, right?
Yep. No.
So that was fun, and we went for a ride in a golf cart that night and we saw some cool animals, right?
Yep.
What were those animals that were from Africa? I don't even know what they were called. The deer looking. Remember the one had one horn?
A chimpanzee,
Not chimpanzee. Would you bump your head while you're down there?
a giraffe.
It was a deer of some kind, but it was pretty fun.
It was like an antelope.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. It wasn't an antelope. It was much bigger, but it only had one of the horns was broken off. So that poor guy was pretty young, and he only had one side growing, so he was a little bummed out of it. A Gemsbach. Jerry chimed in, lessened us on as a Gemsbach, but it was really cool. We saw a wild pig, deer, Gemsbach, all kinds of fun stuff. So, and there were some massive bucks we saw down there. So we had a great time. I didn't get a chance to go fishing, but they went to the museum. What'd you think of the museum down there?
It's good.
On Friday morning, I had to catch a flight. So me and Frosty went to the airport, and Gavin and Turbo got to go to a museum, and I heard it was super cool. And I'm going down there. I might make a trip just to go to the museum because I have to see it. I'm a huge baseball fan. I like cars. I like old cars. Muscle cars, those are my style. I'm not really into any cars now, but muscle cars I like. So that would be pretty cool to see that. So I want to get down there. That's pretty cool. Got anything else you want to add, my man?
How does Riot drive a golf cart?
little sketchy. A little sketchy.
It was only a little sketchy on the golf cart. There was a hill that we had a little trouble on that we had to just get a little momentum down the hill and up there, but we got it. And we didn't even crash.
Did we almost rear end the other golf cart?
Yep.
Why? What happened?
We had a too big a lunch and there was a little too much weight in the golf cart going down the hill, I think is what it was, because it was all the brakes we could get rolling to get us stopped. But it was a lot of fun. I had a great time with it. And then we had Turbo there as well. And Turbo was gifted a van. They had a van that they had given to somebody whose wife had ALS, and that progressed and she had passed away, and they'd given the van back to the foundation, and they decided to give that to Turbo's family. So that's why Turbo was there. So it was just awesome. And that van is super nice. I mean, I don't know that much about Toyota vehicles in general, but this is like a hybrid. So it's got the battery and the gas, and super perfect for California. And Turbo took a road trip. His very first road trip was from Texas to home. Iceman rode with him to help drive. I talked to Turbo today, and he was super happy, super thankful. His first road trip, they're already planning a trip to the Grand Canyon. They're already got multiple trips planned, and it's going to be a road trip in Mobile. And Nicole is a superstar. She's got it all dialed in with what you need. You know, we got him a lift that's aluminum. She can move it around super easy. So by herself, she could take Turbo out of the car into a van if you had to do that. Now this van, being all converted, so nice, is just boom. He is out in 2 seconds and exploring. I mean, you gotta keep up with him. So Iceman would really be able to tell you what it's about, because they were seeing some sights on Route 66 and really had a good time. So that's why it was so emotional when we were there. You know, saying thank you to people like that to step up to help our heroes like that is really tugs at the heartstrings. So it was all I could do to keep myself composed while we said thanks. Was that something, Gavin? Yeah. All right, Gav. You want to split? You want to split now, or are you going to stay?
Staying for the show.
I'm gonna disappear.
All right, Gavin. I'll see you later.
Bye-bye.
Hey, thanks for spinning for that knife. I sure wish I'd have won it, but next time I'll get it for sure. All right. See you, pal.
See ya.
That's too funny.
Awesome.
But it was super cool. We got down there, got the boys. I put a video up about it. It was past incredible. So it was really, really cool. So to be able to do that, bring them out there. We got a picture of both vans in the picture, and it's hard to capture and put into words the emotion, to see the raw emotion in Turbo's eyes when I pulled the van up and he, sees the van that's for him. And, Gavin has his van. It's hard for a kid to understand it's getting paid off, but he does. He understands it's a pain in the ass to make payments, and, costs a lot to do life nowadays. So it was just really, really fun to see it all and to be there. So I hope I could somehow put it into words how cool it really was. Like when we talked about things last week and you were kind of teary-eyed, Misty, and I was trying my best to keep it together. That's how it was there. It's just tears of joy.
Yeah.
So everybody was so happy, and it's like, have this massively cool stuff coming to our heroes. And I call them wins, and I love to see them get wins. They get kicked every chance. Every time they turn around, they're getting kicked.
They do.
There's something. They got to take a test. They got to do some kind of medical crap. They got to do something. So it was just super nice to have them get a win. And it was a whirlwind of a trip for me. I mean, just insanely crazy how fast it came about, how fast we had to get there, how fast I had to turn around and come home. And in a short amount of time to have something hit you so hard, it's just incredible. So thank everybody involved. Thank you to the foundation that have stepped up and helped out. We are blessed to have people like that on our side and recognize the value in giving these kids, with this terrible disease a win. So it was just an incredible time. So thank you. All right, I gotta move on because I'll get choked up talking about the vans again. So let's talk about bike nights. We have our bike nights coming up, and that is coming up here just in a couple weeks. The week of the 11th to the 16th of August, there'll be a series of bike nights. I have the boxes going out. I will try to get them in the mail today, but we just got a little hung up on getting them all ready. So they have bracelets, they have poker chips, cards, stickers, and there's anybody that donates is going to get a ticket. And at the end of this, I'm going to pull one ticket out. So we have thousands of tickets going out. Anybody that donates any dollar amount is going to get a ticket. And then we'll draw the winning ticket, and we're going to give them a nice gift card on the that'll be 18th, on Monday the 18th, on that Monster Monday. I don't know if I'll be on the show because I'm going to be at a remote cabin, but Misty will be pulling the tickets if not. So that night we'll have it, and it'll be all set. So it's going to be great. So get ready for bike nights. If you still want to sign up, we still got a few spots left. Any night of the week of the 11th to the 16th, it makes no difference. Any night that you want to have it, you can have it. And again, it's just to raise some money. This was set up to raise money for Gavin's van. It's still the case. We're still putting money towards a van, just not that van. So now we'll be moving on to the next thing. So there's no shortage of things these kids need, and everything they need costs money. And it costs, how things are nowadays. Everything costs a lot of money. So now imagine medical equipment and chairs and ramps and things like that. And one of the really cool things is that van that they gifted us came with a chair as well. So, and that's a chair I was on that's racing Gavin. That thing is fast. So not as fast as Gavin's evidently, but I'm quite a bit bigger too. So maybe that's a difference. So it's really going to be cool. And it was really a blessing to get that stuff. So awesome. But that's the deal with the bike nights. If you're a host of a bike night, the banners went out already and the box is coming. It'll be in the mail tomorrow. So it'll be all great. And I will put a list of locations up. I'll try to get that tomorrow as well, or I'll have somebody else put it up if I can't get to it. But we have all the places, and I'll have it all dialed in tomorrow when I get them. So they're scattered across the country, and if anybody wants to go to a bike night and ride to one of them, that'd be awesome. I want to get to a couple of them myself. I'm going to go to the one right here in Jersey that the Elks are having for us. So I'm going to go to that one, but I thought about going to Rockies as well. I just got some little hang up with our family vacation, but it's all good. All right. What else we got here? Bike night. We got the M79. The week 2 came to an end and week 3 kicked off. So week 2 came to an end. And remember last week we had week 1 was a lot of miles. I didn't think anybody would come close to that, because they were just killing it. Week 2, we got the miles. Week 1, the miles were 21,800. That's what I had last week, but I actually think that might be a little lower. I think they got updated after this show, and I kind of forgot about. So, but whatever. We'll go with that number for now. Because I can't go back and look at all my stuff with Mandy because I talked to her too much. So if I try to scroll back to through my text with her, I gotta go. Even though it was only a week ago, it's like 7,000 texts to go. So it might be off a little bit. But as far as the show went, we were at 21,800, and week 2 put down 16,539 miles. So that's pretty awesome, really. In 2 weeks, we got over 37,000 miles that Monsters are doing for these heroes. That's pretty epic, because in 37,000 miles, you spread a lot of awareness. You're showing a lot of people in this country what the Monsters do, what our heroes are all about, and raising money to help them. And the week 2 riders raised over $6,000. So that's nice. Good. That's a nice job in a week of riding. So everybody that rode in week 2, nice work. Everybody that's riding in week 3, keep it rolling, and let's see what you can do. The miles are amazing, and it's just kind of fun to kind of watch it crank up. I got to switch. There's one rider, I think Mark Wright is the one. He's going to take my spot in week 4. I'm going to ride a different week because I have so much going on. He wanted to ride that week, so I'm giving him my spot. I'm going to take a week later in the event. So if somebody still wants to join it, go to the website. You can still sign up. There's still days available. And if there's not something available and you're set on riding that week, by all means, hit me up and we'll make it work. I'll add a spot. I'll do whatever it takes. So it's all good. And then we can listen to some other week whine that we had 14 and they only had
That's
13.
one.
Yeah, exactly. So that'll be all good. Yeah, so that'll be perfect. Yeah, and Rocky was an all-star during week 1 doing he didn't even get all his miles because he only had a week and he was doing a 10-day ride. Otherwise, he would have had even more miles, but he had 7,000 miles in 7 days. That's pretty epic right there. And he went to a party. He had all kinds of stuff. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, and I think and Iceman, I think your minivan miles should count towards yours if that's your week. If last week was your week and it should count, you're driving a hero home. Like the miles, those miles should count for sure. They don't, you would have been riding those miles, but you drove a hero home because if you didn't know, Iceman came to West Texas and he took the ride and rode with Nicole and Turbo all the way home. And then he got home all the way to California and they took their old van and they're bringing that back to Texas. We're going to have some work done to it and get that ready for the next hero. So he really stepped up. So thanks, Iceman, for doing that. And Chase flew out there to ride back with them. So thank you guys for doing that. That was really a lifesaver on us, a lifesaver on Turbo to get some help getting home and having a cool ass road trip. But it was also a big help for us to not have to ship that van back, not going through all that. You can get the other chair from the foundation and just works out really good. So that's a great job, guys. So you want to count those miles? I think they should be counted. You're in a minivan hauling a hero. I don't think you'll get any complaints from anybody. So great job. All right. All I got left is Sturgis. If anybody's going to Sturgis, I know you're going. Are you going to be there the whole week?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to be there during the week. I plan to get there I'll be there Tuesday at the latest. I'm going to stay Tuesday, Wednesday, and I have to leave on Thursday at some point. I'm probably going to sleep in and Misty and Dylan and I are going to go out for breakfast, and then I can leave after that. But I'm going to be out there, and I'm going to be at the Harley-Davidson dealership in Rapid City on Wednesday. And I'm going to be at the Wild Ass booth in the morning from probably 10 to 12. And then right after lunch from 1 to 3, I'm going to be at the Legend booth with my motorcycle and with some promotional stuff, that kind of good stuff going on there. And then after 3 o'clock, I'm going to be making my rounds. I'm going to go hit Clockworks and a few others. So I'm going to go, I'll be around. So if anybody's out there at Rapid City on Wednesday, come find me. Wild Ass in the morning, Legend right after lunch. And then I'm going to be milling around and just chewing the fat. So if anybody's out there, hit me up for sure. Stop and see me at the Legend booth, at the Wild Ass booth, wherever you're at, morning or afternoon, I'll be there. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And then I don't know, I'm going to camp. I forgot to call the campground back after I made my reservation, but I'm going to be camping. I'm going to be camping next to Misty and Dylan at the place. I think I'm just going to ride my bike out and just sleep on the ground. So whatever, I'm sure I can get a spot there. I'm not even worried about it. Yeah, I'm not even sweating it. I was going to bring my truck, but I gave up on that idea. I'm just going to ride out. And it's too embarrassing to bring a truck and trailer to Sturgis if you don't have to. You know, like it's just so against my nature. If I got to bring a bunch of stuff with me, then I would, but I don't. So now it's just not right. And that's if I have a motorcycle. That's still in the shop, and I haven't got it confirmed it's done. So I might be on a motorcycle that's not technically mine, but somebody left it running or something, borrowed it for a couple days. So that'll be good.
Well, I have multiple bikes.
Yeah. And Dylan, if you got a huge air mattress, I'll just stay with you guys because you don't take up much room. And if it gets cold, I'll cuddle with you. It's all good. A couple years ago, it was cold out there. I didn't have a heater. And if I would have had it on. I was cold.
We always bring a heater.
Yep, exactly. You never know what you're gonna get. But
Nope.
that's all I got. You can rock it, and I'll think of something else because I was in a big hurry when I got in here. But
That'll
I'll
give
let
you a
you go
chance
with
to think.
I'll let you go with the hero news, and I'll just chime in with that.
Okay, I'll start with the crazy ladies. They're rocking it out. They're on day 209. Way to go, ladies.
209. That's
Yeah.
amazing. They're into the 200s. Let's see, whatever day, you have to figure out what day 222 lands on because that should be a big day. You have to do something special for that day. But that'll be good. Congratulations, crazy ladies, doing 209. That's pretty awesome. And they're raising money. They're just out. Somebody donated $500 in one of the girls' clubs they were at. So it was pretty awesome. That's good stuff.
That's awesome. The bash is in 46 days.
Damn.
Yeah. Wow. Right. So
And 46 days, and you can still sign up at the website. And if you don't sign up on the website, it's not the end of the world. We're just looking for that to get numbers. So when the time comes, I kind of have an idea how many people we're going to have. But really,
to do that.
Yeah, Friday, Saturday, and everybody I'm sure is leaving on Sunday. But I mean, we're going to be there. I'm going to be there all week. So if anybody gets there early, no problem. You know, we have things going on that we're going to be doing with the kids all week. So if you're there and want to hang out, that's awesome. If not, don't sweat it. But Friday night, be there for the banquet. And I'm going to have the flyer just for the weekend coming up. So we got Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Thursday, we're having a barbecue at bonfire party at Craig's house. Yep. Friday's the bash. Saturday's the crash. And so those 3 nights are your big ticket nights to be there. So if you get there Thursday, great. But otherwise, Friday for the banquet, that's where you're going to want to see it all. We're going to have a lot of fun stuff going on Friday night. That's the Geo Hunt prizes. The Geo Hunt is going to come to an end that day, the M79. So a lot of fun stuff happening.
Cool. Exciting. On to the boys. Hero news. Alfie. Alfie's been good. He's bored being out of his routine, but school starts before long, so he will be back in his routine. He's excited to come to Minnesota, but first he has his treatments in August. I don't have the date, but
yeah, I thought his treatment
end
was
of August.
Oh, the end of August. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I did know that.
Towards the end of August, I think.
Yep.
But I asked if they were going from there to here, and he said no, they're going home and then coming back. And
I think there was like a 10-day window between the two.
Yeah, I think something like that. But he's excited to get here. He has his 13th birthday coming up in end of September, so we got that to look forward to. And he currently still has no phone. So I guess he's got his PlayStation, but no phone. So that's Alfie.
Yep, exactly.
They're going on a family vacation to the Canary Islands in August. So he's got that to look forward to. So that's awesome. And on to Mr. Gavin. Gavin has lots of news coming up. He's got a very, very busy month coming up. I should say over a month, but still. He's got 2 MRIs this month. One's on his brainstem and eyes, and the other's for cardiac. So they're looking for lots of prayers for both of those MRIs. So if you guys could say a few extra prayers for that, for Gavin.
Yeah, those things are
That'd be great.
So stressful because you're
looking
at things and you don't want them to find anything, but if they have something, you want them to find it so they can fix it. So you're stuck there. So hopefully there's no issues and you just no problem, keep going.
Breeze through it. Yep. He has to do them alone. Mom can't be in the room with him due to having a shunt. There's that's controlled with magnets, so she can't be in there. So he gets his manual wheelchair on the 6th. He meets with his new teachers on the 11th. This year he'll be switching classes to better ready him for junior high. So he has a different teacher for every class, like high school. He's a little nervous about this, but he knows that he'll knock it out of the park. So that'll be awesome for him.
Yeah, I like that age, Gav. When you go to a different class every hour, you'll love it.
Yeah, something different. Yeah, I
Yep.
think it breaks it up.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh,
I like to get to classes and find out who's in your class, and
Yeah.
find out if you have your buddies in 3 classes, and your girl you got the hots for in 4 classes, and then you just know life is good and it's working out fine.
life is good. Yeah. Or if you got a good teacher, or, yeah.
No boys care about that.
Oh, okay.
Just
Sorry.
where's the friends and where's the girls? That's all.
Girls. Yeah. On the 12th is bike night at Republic Harley, and school starts on the 14th, which means bedtime routine is going to be starting soon for Gavin. So, I shouldn't laugh. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Gavin.
I
No.
laugh because it'll be so it's the 14th he starts school.
Yeah, but they want to start bedtime routine earlier.
Yeah, so around the 11th, that show. So just in a few weeks, that's when we're going to be seeing the messages from Gavin. Keep talking, Chatty Cathy, and so I can stay up a little bit later. So mark that down. You got like 3 more shows before we're going to see the messages.
Right now, he don't care.
No, he doesn't care.
No. He has a monster bike night in Royce City too on the 16th. I didn't realize he's going to 2 bike nights, but that's
awesome.
Yeah. He's got a DMD clinic in Denton on the 2nd. And he wants to know, did he mention that he is turning 11 on the 18th? That's just 21 days away.
It's going to be pretty exciting because out at the bash, we're going to celebrate Elfie's birthday, Gavin's birthday, and Turbo's birthday. And Turbo will be 18. So for Turbo to be a legal adult, is craziness. So that's going to be pretty exciting at the bash. We'll be having that. Probably do the party on Saturday at the crash. So look for that. It's going to be a great big birthday party.
That's going to be awesome. August 23rd is the GOAT's annual game and birthday barbecue. So if you can make it, August 23rd.
Yeah, I talked to him about that because I'm going to be on my vacation in Minnesota that week. So I won't be in Texas. Sorry, Gav. And it's my family reunion, and I haven't been to it in like maybe 15 years, 10 years. So I'm going to make an effort to be to that. So got to go to family reunion every now and then.
Brody's birthday is the 28th as well. So we have to celebrate him on there too.
Oh, man, that's right. I totally forgot that his is that August 28th. That's awesome. Man, dude, I think they're just going to turn this into a birthday party.
Huge birthday party bash.
Yeah, exactly. And Brody's mom got married over the weekend. So that was what a crazy whirlwind of a weekend. So congratulations on that too.
Yeah, they did. It looks like they had a good time. They had a blast. Brody's not ready for school yet, but he's excited to come to Minnesota. And he and John Dooley talked about that pretty much the whole reception about coming to Minnesota. So
that's pretty awesome. I can't wait for him to come up there. He's going to love it. So we got some surprises for the boys and some things that Brody's going to feel right at home with. So he's a country kid. So I can see it when I talk to him. He likes the same things I like. So I'm just an overgrown kid. So now put me with a bunch of kids that like the same things. I'm all about it. So that's gonna be fun. So guns, 4-wheelers, fishing, hunting, all that good stuff. So he'll be digging it.
That'll be a good time. Not much news on Jackson other than they headed to Tennessee today for the Dollywood with family, to spend at Dollywood with family tomorrow. So that ought to be a good time for them.
that's super exciting. Dollywood is on my list of things to do,
Yeah.
and you know, family trips with these kids are super important. You know, I couldn't stress that enough to his mom and to Tunes. You know that how important it is, and so we actually sent them a little bit of spending money to help them with their Dollywood trip, and you know that's why we fundraise, to be honest. Like things come up, and you know, for these kids to live their best life, you know, it's like people take for granted going on a family vacation because it's just normal. But when you add in the abnormal, all the cost of doing the other things, family vacations get put on the back burner for a lot of these families. So it's super important to keep that up. And if we can help with that, I'm all about it. You know, I want these kids to get every win they can. So I just think that's awesome. So that's why we fundraise, and some things like that happen, you know, without big fanfare and people noticing. But for everybody out there fundraising, that's what we do it for. So when something comes up and they have a trip they can do, and money might be a little tight or a little stressed, we don't want people to stress about things of that importance. So it's pretty cool. So I'm happy to see him going to a place that I want to go to myself, and having some family time while you can, you know, enjoy it so much. You know, at that age, Jackson's age is just everything is just such excitement. So anyhow,
Amy wants to go to Dollywood too. You better take her.
yeah, I want to go too. We've talked about it, but we've got busy schedules. So it's like, you know, till one of the kids makes me go with them, then I probably won't go. It's pretty cool. Anyhow,
Looks like the goat's mom turns 40 in September too, so we might have to celebrate that too.
yeah, I think it's just going to be a birthday bash.
I
So-
think it will be the. You know, Dylan's is in October, so where do you stop?
Yeah, and it's literally on my birthday. The party is on my birthday.
I know it's
so I
on your
can't-
birthday.
Like,
so
I don't care about
we're missing
celebrating
a lot
other.
of people here, but
I don't care about celebrating getting older, but the kids definitely are what it's about. But
yeah,
I'll take a birthday cake any day. So as long as it's not all
Oh,
chocolate,
yeah.
I'll be good. So perfect. So it's going to be awesome. The bash has got more and more things being added to it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yep. Then I got Turbo. We kind of briefly talked about him. You know, they went and did his road trip, so it looked like he had a great time. I don't know if everybody saw the pictures. He was in his van drinking Dr. Pepper, and they went to Route 66, and yeah, it looks like Mom had a good time too. Even I think so.
Oh, I think they had a blast, and that was their Turbo's first real road trip. And I've been trying to talk him into taking a road trip with me across the country. And, you know, he's just always been a little bit leery. I think now the seal's been broke on the road tripper. So I think I think he's going to be going. So I think that's pretty awesome. I was super happy that they had a good time. So grateful for Iceman to take the stress off of Nicole's shoulders by helping her get back
That was
home.
awesome.
I think she would have done it on her own, but
Oh, I know she would have, but
it's just more enjoyable if you have help, you know, and somebody big, strong. It's just like you lose all that fear that comes with traveling alone with the child, you know. So nobody.
it had to make it more enjoyable for her.
Yeah, and it's much more enjoyable. So that's awesome. I just think that's so cool to take a road trip like that.
Yep. That was awesome. They got to see a bunch of cars, and yeah, they looked like they had a good time.
Yeah, great time.
Yep. That is all I have.
Awesome. Well, that's a lot.
Was
That's a lot. The bash is coming up quick. I got some work to do on that yet, but we'll have it all good to go. So be there for the banquet. We're going to have a lot of stuff. And if anybody has any things they want to donate for the baskets, we're still accepting those, or prizes for the Geo Hunt prizes. We're still filling in some blanks with that. So anyhow, and if you have a coin, if you have a Geo Hunt coin, you just need it with you. And if you don't have it with you, then don't sweat it, because we're going to put your name on a wheel. It's going to be a little bit different if you're not there for some of the prizes, but you're still in it for the vast majority of the prizes, so it's all good. So don't sweat it. But we really want to see everybody there because it's more fun when you're there, and the kids dig it. And I haven't even looked to see how many people we have signed up for the tickets, but nobody does that until the last minute anyhow. So I'm not going crazy about that at all.
I'm one of those last minute. I don't mean to, but
yeah, I'm the same way. I'm the never get it. Like we go, if I didn't hang out with people like Twister, I would just be left in the dirt because I don't organize anything. Like we're going to the taco run. I'm just like, man, I'll just go there and whatever. I'll sleep outside. I'll sleep next to my bike. And then, but the luck that I have friends that are way more organized than that. So they take care of it.
that's awesome.
Yep. That's awesome. The only other thing I want to hit on is the old man. Pat Cornell's out there riding right now. And Dylan, do you know what day he's on by any chance?
Must be like 87.
87.
Somewhere right in there.
Right in there.
So he's at day 87-ish. His goal was to do 125,000 miles in 125 days. And typically we don't talk about much outside of DMD, but he is doing it for another form of muscular dystrophy.
Yes.
And that form of muscular dystrophy, I don't know anything about until he was doing the ride, just like nobody knows anything about DMD until we do something and people learn. So when I learned about that type of muscular dystrophy, that's no picnic either. And one side of his family is affected by that. So it's pretty rough. And I'm just happy to see him doing it and what Pat has done. So if you look up his thing, Pat Cornell, if you look up his Vroom Old Man, I think is what it is on Facebook, Vroom Old Man, the 125, something like that. You just hit Vroom, it comes right up. But one thing that's amazing about his ride is nobody had ever done that before. He was at 70 some days, 77, I'll say, maybe 78.
I think 78.
Before he had an accident and stopped him from doing 1,000 miles that day. But up until then, he had done 1,000 miles a day, every day for 77 days straight. That is an accomplishment that nobody else has come close to doing. The other that I'm familiar with is 30 days. I think that, and I could be wrong, but I think there are 6 people that have ever done 30 days, 1,000 miles apiece. That's it. So nobody has done 75, 77 days of 1,000 miles a day. That's absolutely insane.
And I think he'd still be going if it wasn't for that accident.
Yeah, it was, it's just an amazing feat as a rider to look at. I get the doing the 75,000 miles in 75 days because you have good days, you have bad days. Your good days, you blast out miles. Your bad days, you might not get 1,000. But there's days I felt really good. I could roll 1,400 miles and really log in some good miles. And then the next day, you still get up and do 1,000. But to get up and do 1,000 miles a day is grueling on you and your body, and trying to get, oil changes and tires and breakdowns and things like that. Anything can go wrong. You blow one tire, and he did it several times and still got it fixed and got 1,000 miles. So I don't even know how the hell he did that, but it's just, it takes that much to go wrong and it's done. As you find out, 3 people set out to do 100,000 miles this summer, and Pat's the only one still going. Our own Hopper that was out there for 25 days or whatever it was. And then that Scott from Minnesota was roughly in the 20s as well. But it just takes nothing. Like one minor thing can go wrong, and you fall over on a motorcycle, your odds are you're not moving forward after that. You can get really lucky and be okay and be able to take it. But typically when you go off your motorcycle for any reason at all, you're done. Like you're not riding after that. You'll see some people ride it, but riding it for another day, 2 days, 3 days, that's one thing. You can adrenaline rush it and get through that. But to do another 50 days after you're injured, that's a bit on the tough side. So I was pretty impressed that he got back after it sore, and he's getting back because he'll start gaining those miles. Now it's not about doing 1,000 miles a day, but he'll still get to 125,000 in 125 days because once he gets fresh again, he'll be getting at 1,200 miles a day. So go check it out, support him. I don't have any problem with kind of promoting him a little bit because it is a form of muscular dystrophy that he's riding for. And as far as what he's doing, it does us a lot of good that people know that it can be done. And there's somebody out there attempting something so crazy, but the initial 77 days will go down in history as something that nobody else has done. Nobody's come close to that. That's the killer. You know, people think there's been all these people that ride all these miles, but nobody does that. Nobody's ridden 77 straight days, 1,000 miles a day. So it's absolutely crazy. So pretty impressed with it. Pretty proud of them for doing it. So nice job, Pat. Cheer them on. Anybody that does a lot of riding, a lot of you know how much it means to get cheered on. You know, if you're doing a Hoka and you're on day 11, 12, and you're feeling beat up and wore out, but you get a text in the morning, hey man, good luck today, keep it going, we're watching you, we're cheering for you. So if you reach out to Pat on Facebook, text him, whatever, support him because that goes a long ways. That support and that love motivates you to go another day, you know, and all you got to do is get through today. You got to get through today. And then tomorrow's a new day. And you tell yourself that I got to get through today because it's not always beautiful sunsets and windy, nice roads out there. You know, a lot of it is literally putting your body and bike through hell and, you know, doing all you can do to get through that one day. So that's all. Just wanted to throw that out there. I had been through the last couple and it's all good. So that's perfect. I don't know. Anything else we got to put in the comments, Dylan, that we saw? All good? All good. Awesome. Well, thank you, everybody. You got anything to add, Misty?
I don't. I think we're good.
Awesome. I like your background. I don't notice anything new, but
It's just the same old.
yeah, I don't know, but every time I look, though, sometimes I catch things that weren't there last time. So
That's true. We do it a little bit here and there.
yeah, you know, you should put one more thing every week and see who catches it. And it's got to be like a Finding Waldo, like got to change something or do something, and people have to figure out what it is that's different. So
Yeah. Stay tuned. We do have a new studio coming.
nice. What, when the garage is built, you're building a new garage and you're going to have a studio? Is that what that new garage is for?
That's my studio. Yeah.
Somebody
It
asked
actually
about
is, but
somebody asked about a coin. Let's see, right here. Selena, can I send my coin with a friend to be there? Yes. If she shows up with a coin, anybody that shows up to that door with a coin is treated the same. If she keeps the prize and doesn't give it to you, that's her business.
that's right.
But they have that coin. They coming through the door. They're handing the coin to Frosty. We're going to record who hands it to her and the number of the coin. And then at the end of the bash, they'll be getting the coin back. You know, they'll have their prize. They'll do whatever they do. Might be a crisp pie 5, or it might be something really cool for a motorcycle. I have no idea. It might be a hug from one of the heroes. Could be any number of things, but they'll have the prize. They'll have the prize and they'll coin back. So if you get that from them, that's all good. But it doesn't matter how you got it, how you came about it. You know, that doesn't matter. If you stole it or if you went and found it, whatever it takes. And if you throw it across, it rolls underneath something, you might not have it. But anyhow, that's all you got to have is a coin. So whoever shows up, doesn't matter to me. If you send somebody with it, or if you bring it yourself, it doesn't matter. But anybody who's not going to be there who has a coin, they're going to be doing something a little bit different on that Thursday beforehand. They're just going to be sending me a picture of it so you can put them all together, or who's not going to make it. So that's that. Anything else?
Nope.
Awesome. Well, we'll see everybody next week. Next week is I think I'll be available.
Sturgis.
I'm good. Are you going to be in Sturgis? So if there's not a show next week, we were both in Sturgis, and Misty
which
was
one?
We'll
banging
be doing it hopefully.
she's doing the drinks. It gets a little hard to get service out there, so we're gonna see how it is. So
We did it last year.
that's true. I'll be available on Monday night for sure. It's the next week. It might be a little bit tricky,
Yeah.
but it's all good.
We'll be live from Sturgis.
Yep. So hit us up if you're out in Sturgis. We're gonna be there. Frosty's gonna be there. I know Brett is there, heading there. So there's gonna be a bunch of monsters there. So maybe we'll have a monster get together or something and grab a beer and a bite to eat. So be safe, have fun, go downtown Sturgis and enjoy it. You only live once. All right. Peace.
Have a good one.